Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president and founder of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a correspondent lender that does things quite a bit different. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining us today and have the opportunity to present a little bit about what makes us special. I also have my co-host, Kyle, my brother and partner, and our mentor, Jose, who has 27 years of experience in the business. They'll talk a little bit later about their kind of part of it. But first, let me go through and share this page with most of the information about joining, which I hope most of you have checked out before and probably joined this webinar from, but let me explain a little bit more about what makes us different here. So again, we're a lender in the correspondent space, but we're non-delegated. So we've built this branch, this team over the last 3+ years in a bunch of different models. So we started as an FDIC bank, a branch of the FDIC bank, took that to a broker model and had over 300 loan officers as a broker model. And then took that to non-delegated and have over 300 loan officers as a non-delegated branch and delegated branch. So we've tried all the different models, and we found that for what we do, non-delegated works the best. So one of the bullet points here to go over is when we are non-delegated, we can do both broker and non-del. So we don't discriminate. If we have a customer we need to service that needs to work with one of our 60, I believe it's about 65 lenders at this very moment for wholesale broker deals, we can do that. If we want to get the preferred pricing and better control that we can have when we are the lender as a correspondent, we have over 25 investors for that as well. So the important thing for us is to be able to fit all of our different leads. Now, as I mentioned, we are all about leads. So myself and Kyle come from more of a marketing background. We've been doing advertising and marketing for over 15 years and spent millions of dollars on all the platforms. So what we've built all our teams on is basically a lead basis. So we'll show you a little bit more about what that means. But really, what that's all about is we give unlimited leads to all of our loan officers of all different types at a 50-50 split. So you guys will see the compensation here in a minute. We simply do a 50-50 split whenever you take any of our leads, and we have dozens of ways and different types of leads where they all come shooting in. And Kyle will take over here in a minute and actually show you guys what that looks like on the back end. Now, how do we do that? We have our own technology. So everything you're about to see, we've built from the ground up. Every line of code we've built for us, by us. I'm a loan officer as well. I've done many loans. So everything we've done is exactly for what we need and what we do. And how we operate that is through our CRM. That's basically our service, right? So everything comes through there. We have our proprietary CRM with our dialer system. That's great. It's pretty much the standard. So nothing super special about that, but Kyle will show you how it works. Any CRM will work great for that, but where it becomes really special is when we integrate it in with our website and our 1003 integration. So we can take a customer from the website you guys are looking at right now is just one of the websites. You guys instantly get one when you join, and a customer can sign up as a lead and actually get their own rates even, then submit their loan application, their 1003, and that actually instantly uploads into Encompass, pulls their credit, and does everything instantly without you guys having to lift a finger. So when we have all of that integrated into the website through the APIs and all the different systems, it allows us to basically fully integrate and not have to have any other services or other logins we have to worry about. Everything is all in one spot. So our CRM is not just a CRM. It is a full CRM, POS, LOS, everything that has to do with loans is all integrated into here. Pricing from Optimal Blue, the account check, VOEs, VOIs, anything you could ever think of that you would need to do a loan is all integrated into our CRM through our different APIs because we've programmed every line of code that you're about to see. So that's what makes it very special. Now, another thing that we've seen coming from all the different, different types of models is a lack of training. So we are very passionate about training. We have daily live trainings like we're doing right now with a group of you guys. We have over 100 to 200 people usually on the trainings every single day that we do as a group. So we have group trainings. We're also very passionate about getting one-on-one. So you can get with even myself, Jose, or any of your team leaders or branch managers and get one-on-one on the Zoom, which is, everything we do is remote-based, where we can actually take over your screen and click what needs to be clicked and get you unstuck from wherever you're stuck, right? If you're stuck running DU, we'll get you unstuck quickly and get that DU approved and get that loan going. None of us make any money until we do loans together. So our goal is to always get you one-on-one, get you as quick as possible, and get you fixed as quick as possible. The other ways we do that is our live support. So we have live Zoom support where we have processors on staff during business hours where they can get into your Zoom. You can pop in there. If it's something simple, you need to log in or you need to figure out what button to click, they can go ahead and, again, take over your screen, show you where to click, and get you unstuck. We also have our online training center where we have basically our curriculum courses where you can go step by step through a loan, and obviously pull that up side by side if you need help and go step by step through the training center. We also have our knowledge center with thousands of videos and resources. Some of these come from like our lender partners or our meetings or whatever. So there's thousands of different articles and videos with tips, especially for specific like lender guidelines and portal help and stuff like that. All the different stuff that comes from our partners. Another thing that Kyle will show you here in a second is about how to integrate your own leads. So if you already have your own leads going, that's great. Our CRM is perfectly set up for that. They can instantly go from lead basically to full on application with credit pulled and everything in seconds with our system. So we'll show you how to route those leads into our system with our webhook. We can also show you guys how to set up your own leads, which Kyle will show you, where you can just basically order a copy of what we already have going on. So we are all about leads. Whether you guys use our leads or you set up your own leads, we want to make sure everybody on our team is focused on generating new business. Now, the type of business we generate and that I'm passionate about generating is the DSCR. So we love DSCR, business purpose loans. And one of the great reasons for that is, we're licensed in, I believe we have 14 states right now, but we have over 30 states we can do in addition that don't require necessarily us to have that license. So when I have an investor that has 10 or 20 properties, I want to make sure I do their primary home, their second home, conventional, but I also want to be able to do business purpose loans for all 20 or 30 of their investment properties, no matter what state they're in, right? I want to service my client, from start to finish and not have to hand that off. So that's a great feature of the DSCR and something we really focus on here. And we've been doing for a little over 3 years, where a lot of other people are brand new to it. Another thing, kind of the icing on the cake here, is everything you see comes included, right? We don't charge any monthly fees of any kind because everything we do is coded from the ground level, right? So we have APIs with everything. We don't have to go pay for a CRM or pay for any other services. So we don't have any hidden fees or any fees of any kind that we pass on to you guys. So everything you see is what you get. There is no hidden fees, tech fees, desk fees, other fees like that. So what do we pay you guys? Let's go into the comp plans here, what most everybody's probably waiting for. So now that we are our own lender, we have figured out that these are the 3 best plans that work for the way that we work, right? We are all about leads. We're all about generating leads at scale, whether it's your own leads or our leads. We want to make sure that works. So a little bit different than you might be used to. So let me explain the best I can the 3 different flavors that we have for our plans. And again, it's no pressure. You guys can join and upgrade and stuff like that. So let me explain the differences and we can talk through that. So everybody's obviously drawn to the senior loan officer. So we'll start here with what everybody wants to get to. The goal, the 200 basis points. That's excellent. Awesome compensation. That's 200 basis points or 2% commission on the stuff you guys are used to, the conventional, the non-QM. Some of the true commercial has different comp and stuff. You guys can get into that when you read the contract, but it's basically all the same. So 200 basis points or 2% commission. That gets you everything we just talked about. Unlimited company leads at a 50-50 split. So if you take a company lead when you're a senior loan officer, you will make 100 basis points or 1% commission. So still amazing commission, and you get them from all kinds of different places. One of the great things that you're going to get is a ton of leads from our loan officer assistants. So we'll talk about that in a second. But basically the senior loan officers are always teamed up with someone else to get them the leads that are ready to go. So they not only get the regular leads, but they get the super hot leads that are referrals, basically. There's also team leader opportunities once you get into the senior loan officer, and we also have recruiting bonuses as well. Kyle will talk about that a little bit later. Now, how do we get to a senior loan officer? Let me be clear, everybody is going to start as a loan officer. So no matter if you've done 1,000 loans or you're just getting started in the industry and you just got your license, no worries, everybody's going to sign up as a loan officer. And we do that because, again, we operate very differently, especially when we have to wear 2 hats. Sometimes we're a broker, sometimes we're a lender. When we're a lender, we have our own system where everything goes through our system. You really have to learn our system. So for your first 6 loans, you have to close 6 loans as a loan officer. No matter if you close 1,000 before, great, close 6 with us, take some of our leads, no problem. Close those first 6 loans, get used to what to do when, then you'll go ahead and automatically upgrade to a senior loan officer. So when you're doing your first 6 loans, you're going to make 150 basis points. And that's 1.5% commission for those of you not familiar on your conventional non-QM, everything you're used to. There's a little bit different comp on like true commercial and stuff like that again. So read through all those details as well, but it's roughly about all the same. And you're going to still have access to everything. You're going to still have access to all the leads. And when it's a lead, that's going to be at a 50-50 split. So 50% of this is 75 basis points or 0.75% on the company leads. So no problem if you want to jump in here and you're already rocking and rolling, you just want to test our systems, you can use our leads to get those first 6. Or if you're brand new and you need some leads, join our team. We still give brand new loan officers leads, which not a lot of people do, where you can then go ahead and get those first 6 loans done. Now, if you're not ready to be a loan officer, if you aren't quite ready to sign your life away on the 1003, right? When you sign that 1003, you're responsible, right? Remember, it's a lot of responsibility. No problem. We find that people, when they're just getting into it, they want to learn. We have a plan for that. So what we call our loan officer assistant is still for licensed loan officers. So what that means is they just might not ready be able to sign that loan application and really take all that responsibility, but they want to learn, right? So if that's you, whether you're new, maybe just getting back into it, maybe you're a realtor and you're doing this as kind of a supplement, maybe this would be the better plan for you, where you're not quite full time, you're not quite 2 feet in. We want to make sure we have a way for you to get in here and learn the process, right? So you can still get in and make great commission. So 75 basis points is still amazing, a lot more than you do if some of you guys are calling from more of a call center type of environment. That's still even more than that. But basically, you're going to make 75 basis points or 0.75% for referring your customers, your friends, your family members, your leads, maybe your realtors, your clients, whatever it is, however you get your business. You're going to refer those to senior loan officers who know exactly what to do, exactly what button to click, exactly what to do at every single step of the loan, so that we go ahead and get those loans done. You make 75 basis points, you're happy. Senior loan officers are very happy to take a lead and work with you, because you're going to be the assistant on that lead. Since it's your friend, your family member, wherever it is, you're going to collect all that information and be the assistant on that deal, right? You're not the assistant for any person or the company. It's just when you do have a deal, since you're not going to be the loan officer, you're going to be the assistant. You're going to contact your friend, your family member, your borrower. You're going to get those documents. The senior loan officer might say, hey, I need this, this, and this. You're going to go ahead and give them a call. Hey, I just sent you a request for this. Please load this, right? So this is your lead you're going to work on as the assistant. And that way you're going to earn that 75 basis points as well by helping the senior loan officer close that deal. And they'll know exactly what to do on the back end. So no pressure, you guys can upgrade anytime. So if you just want to get started as an assistant, try your first couple of deals, then go ahead and upgrade to a loan officer so you can get upgraded to senior again, no problem. So we want to get you guys upgraded to senior as quick as we can. But if you're more comfortable as an assistant, we have that plan for you. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody. Now, the next part we usually go into is how the software works, but Kyle can actually do a live demo for us here. So Kyle, why don't you go ahead and get started with your screen share?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what I'm going to go through here today is just a little demo real quick. Of course, when you come on board, I do full trainings with you on this to go through everything. But let's talk about some things that make our software special. So for one, here's the CRM, pretty basic, right? You take your notes, send your emails and texts. It puts a timeline of it here. You can put people on action plans, drip campaigns to automatically email them and text them, all that kind of cool stuff, right? But one of the things that separates us from everyone else is our quoting system. So you'll see here, we have a quoting system where you can take 6 pieces of info from the client without pulling their credit or getting paperwork. You can pull the pricing from Optimal Blue instantly from any of our 25 investor partners. And then within 2 minutes, you can send a text and an email automatically to the client that looks like this. An amazing quote. They can see the different rates, what these things mean. There are different rate options. It pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically. It has the proposed loan. It then breaks down the taxes, insurance, HOA fees, the estimated closing fees, and of course has you here as the loan officer. But you can also attach your realtor partners. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. They know when they send you a client, not only can you quote them in minutes and send them this nice, pretty looking quote, you're going to have the realtor partner attached to it here, right? So you can keep telling the client, hey, we are your team. We are going to push your deal across the finish line, and keeping them in front of their clients' faces, right? So absolutely amazing tool here. And what's even better is that when the client is ready to proceed, they can click here to start their loan application. Now, let me show you what it looks like once they do that here. This is what they see in their borrower portal. They start their loan application right here. We're asking for the documents that we need for this loan right here. They can see their loan info, their milestone of where their loan is at. They can message you through here. So This is their borrower portal where they're going to complete everything, 1003 documents, all that kind of stuff. Now, let me show you what this looks like on your end at this point. So if we come back here, notice on our quote, we have our docs tab. This is where you can also help them with the 1003 or download it when they fill it out. You can help them upload documents, right? But you can also request documents. So let's say you need 12 months bank statements, you can click there, save changes. Now it lets them know we need that in their borrower portal. You can also request a different packet. So let's say it came in as conventional, but you're going to end up turning it into a DSCR. Let's say you don't know what, you don't even need to know what kind of documents you need for a DSR. You could DSCR, you could just replace it. And now it's going to just ask them for what we need for a DSCR loan. So you can switch the whole loan and the documents that you need. You can also request signatures through here. So let's say you need them to sign something. It's going to let them know, hey, we need your signature, and they can click here to sign it through our API. They don't even have to leave the page to sign the documents that you need them to sign. And of course, you can request custom documents, whatever the underwriter may ask for, whether it's you or the processing team. It's going to send them a nice email from you with your footer asking for these documents with a link to upload them inside of their borrower portal. Now, once you have their documents, once they fill out their 1003, they're taken to pull their credit right there. They can pull, we're going to pull their credit automatically. We pay for the credit report, not you, not your client. So once they fill out the 1003, boom, now we got the 1003. Now we got the credit. They're uploading the documents here. Now we can do the entire loan in our Encompass API right here through our system. It's already going to have the 1003 in there. It's going to have their credit pulled and their credit in there. Everything's going to be in this Encompass API right here. So you see how we can take a loan from being a lead to then quoting them, collecting everything, the documents, the credit automatically, and then having it already be in Encompass and completing the entire loan in Encompass right here through our system. We don't need to log into Encompass. We don't need to log into credit. We don't need to do anything. It's all right here in this one system with this one login. Now, what happens after we have originated the loan, right? We're going through all of the different steps. Well, we're going to use our pipeline tab here to keep everyone updated on the status, right? This is going to show us all our loans and all the different places, all the different loan amounts, what investor or lender it might be at, but also the stage and milestone, right? When the appraisal is received, we want to let everyone know. So we'll change the milestone, and it's going to ask us if we want to send a status update to the client, which is also going to copy the realtor and everybody involved in the transaction. So of course we want to let them know the appraisal is received. Let's change that. Now everybody knows what's going on. The number one complaint from both clients and realtors about loan officers is lack of communication. So our entire system is based on keeping everyone updated throughout the transaction. So we are not those people that the clients and realtors are complaining about, right? We're going to take a loan from start to finish in this system all automatically and keep everyone updated throughout the entire process. Now, let's talk about how the lead comes in the first place. I'm going to start talking about the leads now. And what I'm going to show you right now is actual leads from my test account that are coming in real time, right? So we are going to provide you with leads from our Facebook campaigns, Facebook and Instagram campaigns all day. And I'll have Nick talk a little bit later about what kind of leads, but they're going to come in all day and sent to you via text. So these leads come in, we send the lead to you and 4 other loan officers. The first person to click to claim it gets to call that lead. You're going to get chances to do this all day long. So you're going to get plenty of leads. And let me show you what this actually looks like here. This is my actual account here for one loan officer. You'll see the leads are coming in 5 to 8 mixed use leads, 5 to 8 unit. Foreign national DSCR, regular national business purpose DSCR, trigger leads, purchase leads, regular purchase leads, right? So all different kind of leads here are coming in real time. And this is just one test account, you know, for one day that you're seeing all of this in leads come in here. So that's the first and foremost way that we are going to send you leads on a daily basis, right? Another way that we provide you leads is here with our auto dialer. So we have leads in the auto dialer from cold calls to realtor calls to leads that nobody's called yet that came in through the other campaigns. So all different kinds of leads here with our auto dialer. You can call 200-300 people in a day with the dialer, dropping your automated texts and emails with one button. So you can go through hundreds of people in a day, dropping those texts and emails automatically to them. They're already formatted for you. You don't have to do a thing besides click a button, right? So that's another way that we provide you leads here through our system. The other way that we provide leads is for you to purchase them. So these same leads that we are giving you on a 50-50 split, you can purchase them for yourself, right? So that's going to fill your pipeline more, but most importantly, it's going to fill your pipeline with leads that are at full comp, right? Without a lead split. So for example, one of our loan officers, Nicole, she did her first deal ever as a loan officer. It got denied at another lender. She had her client bring it here. Jose met with her multiple times and helped her structure that into a profit and loss deal and was able to close the deal. First loan ever, $1,060,000 loan amount, right? Absolutely amazing. So it was one of the leads that we gave her from our campaigns, but it's one of the leads that she had purchased. So her $16,000 commission from her first loan ever, she saved $8,000 by purchasing that lead herself, right? So really important, purchase leads, fill your pipeline even more. Those ones only go to you. You don't have to click to claim them, and there is no lead split on them. So that's a very good way to fill your pipeline and get a higher split when you're doing this and still get those great leads that we provide you, right? Another way to work leads here in our system is to import them. So as Nick said, if you have a place you already like buying leads and you're already getting leads from, whether it's Zillow or Free Rate Update or wherever it may be, you can import them into our system using your webhook here. So using your webhook, you can use Zapier, and most legitimate lead sources have a Zapier plugin where you can bring them into our system in real time. So even though you're purchasing them from somewhere else, they're coming into our system in real time using your webhook. That way you get a text just like any other lead that we give you. So you can call them, quote them, gather the documents, all of that kind of stuff, right? So whether you get the lead from us or have a lead yourself or bring it in from another third party, it's all going to be treated the same, and they're going to come in real time, right? So what I want to do now is talk about the type of leads we get and why. And I'm going to have Nick talk about that. As Nick said, we come from more of a marketing background. Nick is certified by Facebook as a media planning professional. He's certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate. He's certified by Google as a Google Ads specialist. And we've just been doing this for a long time. So he's kind of the lead expert, right? So I'm going to let him talk real quick about the type of leads we get and why. Then Jose is going to talk a little bit about our support here. Then we're going to open it up to questions. So Nick, go ahead and let them know about the leads a little bit here.
All right, let me unmute. So yeah, anytime we do, a campaign or we want to help someone out, whether it's our company or any other company, that comes to us, is we want to make sure we do something different and unique, so that we're not just, throwing money into the mix, right? So when we're doing ads for mortgage, we want to do the exact opposite of what the big guys are doing, right? The big rockets that are spending the billions with a B are going to be doing conventional refi, and just trying to, basically lower the margins as much as possible, basically take money away from you guys, get as low as possible to do as much volume as possible and spend billions on ads. So we want to do the exact opposite, right? So we want to target differently. So we've always set out from the beginning to not target those conventional refis and work on what they don't offer, right? So we want to offer and put our ads out there to the clients that they don't even service, right? So you won't see the Rocket doing anything with a self-employed borrower, anything with an investor, anything non-QM. So we want to advertise to the customers that they're not advertising to, and therefore we're not really competing with them in any way, shape, or form. And we're going to get those customers that are self-employed and get those customers that own 100 rental properties and have 100 properties on their Schedule E, which even if Rocket took the application, couldn't do it, right? Because they're not going to do a income analysis on 100 properties, but I want to teach you guys how to do that, right? So every one of our LOs knows how to do a proper income analysis for an investor with 1 rental property or 10 rental properties or 100. And we have the document AI to instantly do that anyway when the customer uploads it. So What we do is we specialize in those customers that they can't. We get them, we advertise to them, we offer them products that they maybe didn't know exist, which, you know, bank statements, 1099, all the non-QM programs that are awesome. And especially the DSCR that is very popular now. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about it, but we've been doing that for almost 4 years now, advertising to investors for the DSCR loan product that has been very popular and is now, you know, one of the most popular as, you know, the conventional stuff has dried up. So we've always focused on this kind of aspect. And it's obviously working as all of those other companies are laying off hundreds of thousands of employees. You know, we're hiring aggressively because all of the non-QM stuff is still doing just fine, right? So we're going to get those customers who are still needing their first house and just need to use bank statements. And we're going to get those customers that need to finance 100 rental properties and they need someone like us that can, you know, place those 100 rental properties. Kyle always wants me to let you guys know that not only do we do non-QM, but when we get those people from those ads, right, that have 100 rental properties, if they have it on their Schedule E, and we do the proper income analysis, we might be able to do a conventional loan. So it doesn't mean we don't do conventional loans. What it does mean is when we spend money to advertise, we target customers who are, you know, either neglected or underserved, however you want to put it, from the big box guys, because we don't want to compete with them anyway, because it would just be throwing money away, right? So we want to focus on something that's different, something that's unique. Once we get them, the customers that we like to serve, we want to make sure we go through the proper analysis and see if they qualify conventional or VA or what have you. We do all the different loan types. And then, of course, if they don't qualify for conventional or any of the standard stuff, the agency stuff, now we have all the non-QM stuff from bank statements all the way down to no ratio and everything in between. So when we do these ads and leads at a massive scale, that's why we want to have a lot of different lender outlets, whether it's a brokered outlet or a correspondent outlet, because we get all of these leads that are very unique and special, and we want to be able to have a home for those, right? So when we're spending money on an ad or a lead, we want to make sure we have a home for those. So everything that we do goes kind of hand in hand with what I just explained about how we're targeting to serve those that are underserved by kind of the big box guys. So hopefully that helps kind of put a spin on it. Kyle, anything else you want to go over?
Yeah, no, if you just want to list the actual type of programs that we do have.
Yeah, I mean, we have every program that exists, right? And if we don't have it, please let me know and we'll get it right away. So any program all the way from, you know, we have FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, Fannie, Freddie, all the DPAs for everything in between, from all the wholesale lenders that have cool DPA programs, all the way to all the non-QM, bank statement, 1099, P&L, asset-based lending, crypto lending, commercial, mixed use, 5 to 8 units, 9 to 30 units, 30 units plus. Just got a $28 million single family home just now for a foreign national. Love to do foreign nationals, just like 2 seconds ago. Anything, right? Anything and everything. Land, we have land only, development, ground up, fix, flip. Any loan that exists for a mortgage product we already have, or if we don't have it, definitely let me know and I'll get it right away.
Absolutely. Okay, well, last thing here, again, drop your questions in the Q&A. Last thing real quick, I'm going to have Jose talk about his role here and the support that we provide.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Jose Gonzalez here, licensed since September of '95 as a full-time realtor and MLO. Owned my own shop in the past until 2010. Came back stronger than ever. And talking about what we do here, support is definitely the name of the game, right? So support for your structure meetings, just to get it going so you don't spin your wheels. Support for your disclosure meetings to make sure that the file that we're disclosing is going to close, is complete, so that it gets quickly approved and obviously closed so we can all get paid. Just wanted to make note of an example of how this support and disclosure assists MLOs just joining our system, either totally new to the business or new to the non-QM world, DSCR, bank statement, P&L loans. One of our recent scenarios here, MLO reeled in a deal, DSCR, national business purpose, refinance, 38 properties that this person owns that he needs to get out of seller financing, hard financing, cash, a bunch of different deals that he bought, different scenarios. But in all the scenarios, he needs to get a new loan on the property, get his money out, and keep going. He's a realtor. So he's also referring deals now from other customers, now other investor realtors like him that have multiple properties. He's given already 3 loans that we disclose for our MLO, and another 5 that he's already working on that he's probably going to be booking a meeting with me to disclose either tomorrow or the day after. We've already reviewed them in a structured meeting. These are all DSCR loans, probably anywhere from $120,000 to $250,000. And he's probably going to get 32 properties loans, because a couple of these may be sold rather than refinanced. So that's the kind of business that you can do coming into the business. This person is pretty new to the business. He may have been like very briefly somewhere else, but coming into the business with us a little bit over 30 days, and pretty soon he's going to have like 8 deals in the pipeline and many more to come. So that's an example, real life example of the big time benefit you're going to get. And then besides that, we're disclosing these loans at all times as needed. We don't want a loan file to expire and have to cancel and have to create a new file just because you didn't make the disclosure time because you were waiting for the disclosure desk to be available. We will disclose them as needed, weekends as needed, late night as needed. Disclosing the file is priority. So definitely you will get extreme support, as well as what has already been mentioned, our Zoom room on call every day from 11 or Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7. And actually they start a little bit earlier, but we can guarantee 11 to 7 on all those days. So looking forward to helping you structure some deals, disclose some deals, commercial, DSCR, agency, FHA, whatever it is you want to do, we can do it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Jose. So last thing I'm going to do here is just get into the next steps. So Nick, why don't you drop the link in there for me into the chat for when people are ready to move forward. So when you're ready to move forward, you're going to go ahead and come here to that link Nick's dropping in the chat. You're going to go ahead and sign up here. Sign up for the plan that you're looking to do, right? So loan officer assistance, go ahead and click here to sign up. Loan officers, click here. What it's going to do is ask you to fill out a form, and then it's going to pop up the compensation agreement, which is the initial agreement to sign. Now, don't worry, you don't need to sign it right then. It's going to send you an email as well with a, with a link to the agreement, so you can sign it whenever you want. Once you sign that initial agreement, we will reach out with all the next onboarding steps, such as signing the official employee packets, compliance manual, us sponsoring your license, all that kind of good stuff, right? So a couple steps there, but we can do it very quickly. If you sign the agreement, we typically send you the next steps, that same day, sponsor your license the same day you get it back to us, and all that kind of good stuff, right? So those are going to be the next steps. Now, with that being said, Nick, why don't you go ahead and stop recording, and we will